Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope I turned the music down low enough for you. What day is this? Tuesday night? It's about to be Christmas Eve. Oh man, what a day, man. Man, I wish I didn't have to be at work all day and do stuff. I was just listening. I had my earbuds in, just listening to all the news. Are you guys keeping up with the times? Oh, by the way, welcome back to the show. I am Samson. This is my channel. This is whatever I'm doing. I mainly make content on an AI project called Qubic, but this news is it's too integrated into everything. Not just American history, but there's deep ties into cryptocurrency, and there's no way to ignore it. I see some people tuning in. God bless you. It's late, man. I'm surprised how many people are tuning in. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you're in here on YouTube, say what's up in the chat. Usually I'll see your chat quicker if you're on YouTube, because I'm on StreamYard, so I'm streaming to multiple things at once. So yeah, just a heads up. How we doing today? How we doing? It's either really early, if you're on some other side of the country, or of the earth, I should say, or it's super late. So I appreciate you guys listening. So first of all, let's get into it, man. We got to do a recap, just like if you watch any TV shows or animes, you got to do a recap of the last episode, just in case you're new, just so you get caught up with the narrative, with the canon. You got to get caught up with the story. So if you're a seasoned vet to the channel, if you've been listening to my live streams, you already know the deal, but this is for the people who have never listened to me. If you haven't, hey, go binge my stuff. Go binge this stuff. But recently I've been talking about Epstein things. I feel like what is it? I heard that's like I don't know, you're not supposed to talk about certain things on YouTube or say certain words, but like, I don't know. How can you not, right? With all this stuff coming out, assuming the things that are coming out are true, it's just the stuff is too damning. So let me just get right into it. I tried to put a couple of notes together for the recap because I don't want to like reiterate too much. I don't want to bore you guys if you've been listening to me for a while. But we just got to keep it fresh. We got to stay updated. So first of all, let's get to the Joy Ito email. This is an old email. This is old news, but this is important context, okay? This has been out for a minute, but we need to get this deep ingrained deep into our psyche, right? We need to know this happened and that this is true. All right. First of all, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me turn this music off so you just hear my voice. All right. Recap. Remember this name, Joy Ito. Joy Ito. April 25th, 2015. More than 10 years ago. This is over a decade ago. To whomever, right? As Bitcoin and digital currencies have started to become an important trend, the Media Lab, remember the name Media Lab? I recently went over this with a fellow ally of the channel, Vibra Finance. Shout out to Vibra. Has launched an initiative in the space. I wrote a blog, blah 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 blah. Joe Ito. This is pretty much the link to his blog, right? Here's the meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes. The way that Bitcoin is organized currently is that there are 5 core developers and around 100 contributors to the core code. 5 developers, around 100 contributors to the code. So Bitcoin wasn't made by like one guy just fucking on his laptop. It's made by a lot of people. I wish there were more details. The 5 core developers are like Linus Torvalds of Linux. They decide what changes are made to the core code. One of the 5 is the lead developer, Vladimir. And one is the chief scientist, Gavin. Vladimir, and Corey, an important contributing developer, were being paid out of a non-profit. Hold on, my cat is bugging. My cat always bugs when I start talking on the mic. Give me one moment. Alright. I had to euthanize him real quick. No, I'm just kidding. Excuse me. Being paid out of a non-profit organization called the Bitcoin Foundation. Keep that name in mind, Bitcoin Foundation. Oh man, there's so many dots to connect. The Bitcoin Foundation. Okay. A few weeks ago, it blew up when one of the board members declared the foundation bankrupt. All right, and it leaves a link to whatever that is. All right, foundation. Many organizations scrambled to step into the vacuum created by the foundation and take control. Right? I hope you take control is in quotations, right? Of the developers. Why would you need to take control? Why would you need to put that in the email? Like, if you're really cerebral about it, if you really think about, if you're not just reading the words right on the paper, on the screen, like, think about like the situational context. Why would you take control in quotations? Anyway, we moved quickly, talking to all the various stakeholders, and the 3 developers decided to join the media lab. This is a big win for us. All right, not to say this is super nefarious, but it just goes to show, yeah, I'm not saying any developers or like core guys were like sex traffickers or something, but they definitely took money. They definitely took blood money. Like that just, I mean, it is what it is. So there's that fact, which is, I feel, is pretty interesting. Let me see here. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me share this stream in one more spot. I want to share it to one more. Just a moment. All right, cool. All right, so there's that Joy. So remember the name, Joy Ito. All right, this email was from Joy Ito to Epstein and Associates, right? So just keep that in mind. Now let's look deeper into this little tweet. MIT funding. Oh, keep in mind. Oh yes, Media Labs. We talked about Media Labs a second ago, right? Let me show you again. Media Lab right here. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Haha. Oops, sorry guys. 1 second. Pink. Resignation and Epstein files. Joy Ito. You guys remember the name I just talked about? If you just joined the stream, rewind like 5 minutes, maybe just rewind. You'll. It's Joy Ito. Served as director of the MIT lab from 2011 to 2000. His leadership was noted for an unorthodox approach as he was a two-time college dropout. Blah, 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 venture capital, and blah, 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 blah. All right. Ito resigned from his position in September 2019. All right, this is the good stuff. That's why I blah, blah through the first part. Following his revelations regarding his and the lab's financial ties to Jeffrey Epstein. If I'm assuming to like most people, the name Jeffrey Epstein has become kind of just like a name, like just oh, you just say the name and it's this guy associated with that. But like no, you can't get I feel like they did their job. Like they said his name so much that it became like you're numb to the name. But this is the one of the worst human beings. This is man, we can't sleep on this guy, Jeffrey Epstein. This guy was like he was something else. Resignation and Epstein ties. So this is still has to do with Joy Ito, right? The person who made that email about we won the Bitcoin Foundation, right? Epstein essentially bankrolled the Bitcoin Foundation when it was about to go bankrupt. All right. The resignation was triggered by reports, most notably in the New Yorker, detailing how the Media Lab concealed donations from Epstein, who was a convicted sex offender at the time. Financial relationship, of course. That's all that matters. Okay. The Media Lab reportedly received at least 7.5 million. Notice it says at least. It was probably a lot more, right? From Epstein, with Ito personally approving the donations and allowing Epstein to invest in his own tech funds. So the leader of Media Labs allowed Epstein to invest in Media Labs and in his own personal tech funds. Here is here's an even more juicy part. Concealment. So not only did he do that, he tried to conceal it, which is even more snaky. Internal documents suggest the lab sought to maintain Epstein's anonymity to bypass MIT's official donor vetting process. Oh, on that note, let's go back to this right here. On that note, oh my God, on that note. Here. Epstein visited MIT 9 times. He met staff privately. His name was hidden internally. They called him Voldemort. This is if you've heard my last live streams, this is like the craziest. This is one of the craziest points of all the evidence. For some reason, this little tidbit right here, this is the most damning thing to me. Why would you call someone who is a sex who, they know he's a sex offender. He's like, this is past his allegations, and now they call him Voldemort on campus, knowing they're receiving funding from him. Just what people will do for money. I mean, I get it, but I wouldn't do that. I don't think I would. Response: Ito issued a public apology before resigning. Oh, I can't wait to show you that bullshit apology. You know what? I won't even show it to you. Just go watch the last video I made, the last stream. It's such a bullshit apology. Stating he took full responsibility for his error in judgment. Bullshit. Joy Ito's resignation comes a day after an article in the New Yorker reported his lab concealed its relationship with Epstein, who helped solicit millions in donations from other wealthy donors. Well, there's more that goes into this, but holy shit. There's so much more. Should I go deeper? No. No. There's more points to make. We can go deeper later. All right. Now, back to more juicy stuff. We called him Voldemort, all that good stuff. The Manhattan meeting. Keep in mind, guys, we're still on the recap. We're going through the notes. We're still on the recap. Ooh, Brock Pierce. This son of a bitch. Oh, you know what? I didn't queue up that one tab. But you know what? I'll do that in a second. The Manhattan meeting. Emails show a meeting inside Epstein's mansion with Brock Pierce, early Bitcoin investor, co-founder of Tether. Emails show a meeting inside Epstein's mansion with who again? Brock Pierce, early Bitcoin investor and co-founder of Tether. Larry Summers, former U.S. Treasury Secretary. They discussed Bitcoin long before it became mainstream. It became mainstream about 2015, pretty much. 15, 16. So it was long before 2015 they were discussing Bitcoin. All that aside, you expect that fact alone, you expect the public to believe like the US government didn't know about Bitcoin, or like, this just lets you know the whole bullshit donkey show the financial system is playing with Bitcoin. It's everyone has known about Bitcoin from the jump. But anyway, Brock Pierce. Let's get into Brock Pierce real quick. Is this bannon? Oh, here it is. Oh yes. Shout out to CoffeeZilla. I did some coverage on this the other night. But I remember watching this video years ago. This came out. This video came out 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago. I remember watching this, going like, oh, that's crazy. And then hearing the news come out and being like, Steve Bannon, Brock Pierce. I'm like, these names, they're like, they sound familiar. So I start, and it just the dots connected. I was just like, what the fuck is happening, man? So anyway, am I sharing? Yeah, we're good here. All right. I hope you guys are buckled in. I hope you guys are sitting down. All right, you're about to hear some foul shit, so get ready.
Lost his position at Morgan Stanley. And then Tether was started by initially a different cast of characters, led by Brock Pierce.
Tether was started by a different cast of characters, co-founded by Brock Pierce. Brock Pierce. This isn't me making this up. This is all right. This is this is allegedly, right? Don't sue me, whoever the hell's watching.
Initially a different cast of characters, led by Brock Pierce. Brock Pierce was a famous child actor who starred in films like The Mighty Ducks. He's more known for fleeing to Spain with indicted child sexual predator Mark Collins Rector, where both of them ended up getting arrested in a house full of child pornography. He started initially Realcoin, which became Tether, along with
Did you guys hear that? A house full of it. Right? That makes you imagine like just actual physical things like tapes stacked up, not like a hard drive. Like, what a diabolical thing. What a nasty, horrible. Hold on. Let me show you who he's talking about. Dude. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Let me
a couple of other people. Started initially Realcoin, which became Tether. He started initially Realcoin, which became Tether pornography, where both of them ended up getting arrested. He's more known for fleeing to Spain with indicted child sexual predator Mark Collins Rector, where
Mark Collins Rector. All right. Oh God, this is not good. Mark John Collins Rector, an American-born businessman and convicted sex offender who founded Digital Entertainment Network on an online streaming video broadcaster and .com failure. In 2004, he was convicted of this CSA, which was highlighted in 2014 documentary An Open Secret. Mm, 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 mm. Hold on a second. Let's see what. Hold on a second. Let's see what Grok says about this. Mark Collins Rector and what's his name again? Um, Brock Pierce. I'm just typing the names in and I'm gonna see what Grok says. I have a feeling I know what it's gonna say. Mark Collins Rector, blah 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 blah. Santa Monica Best Company. Downfall, conduct. Oh God, dude, just yeah, just oh man, I don't want to say that shit out loud. Go look all that stuff up for yourself. It's just really not good. Not good.
where both of them ended up getting.
So Brock Pierce, the guy associated with that other nasty fellow, he's the co-founder of USDT and an early Bitcoin investor. Oh wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have one more interesting fact for you. 1 second. Um, I think this is the fact. Okay. So not only was Brock Pierce all those things we just mentioned, USDT founder, child this, child that. Key facts about Brock Pierce and the Bitcoin Foundation. The Bitcoin Foundation, right? Remember, Epstein sent $850,000 to MIT. He sent more. And keep in mind this. Hold on. Joy Ito to Epstein. Oh man, this is so not good. All right. Role: he serves as the chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to the development and adoption of Bitcoin. DCI, Digital Currency Initiative. Crypto pioneer. Pierce helped create the market for digital currency and was involved in early ventures like Mastercoin, one of the first ICOs, and Block One. Co-founder of major ventures. He co-founded Blockchain Capital, Tether, an EOS Alliance. Oh my fucking dude. Hey man, successful people are fucking weird, man. Gaming industry roots. Before crypto, he was a child actor and built success. Yeah, he was in the Mighty Ducks or some shit. Built online games like IGE. Entrepreneur and investor. Pierce has a large portfolio of founding and investing in disruptive tech companies, raising over $5 billion. This was my conclusion, dude. In essence, Pierce is a foundational figure in cryptocurrency. Oh no, say it ain't so. No wonder crypto is blossoming to be what it is today. This guy was the seed. Brock Pierce was the seed of this bullshit. No wonder crypto is how it is, man. This is the seed. It came from a fucking demon seed. Fuck. Leveraging his background in gaming and early digital assets to shape the broader Bitcoin ecosystem through leadership at the foundation and various successful companies. Fuck me, dude. In essence, Pierce is a foundational figure in cryptocurrency. Pierce. In case you're just tuning in, this is the Pierce we're referring to. By the way, this Collins Rector guy, he was pretty much the, how should I put this? He was like who's the guy that was old and then died with the mansion? The Playboy guy with the robe, the old guy with the robe. What was his fucking stupid name? Hugh Hefner. He was like the Hugh Hefner of fucking children. As horrible as that sounds. Man, I feel gross even saying that, but that's what it was. That's the guy Brock Pierce was associated with, who was pretty much, as you saw in that post below, a key figure in cryptocurrency. Very, very not good stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't share the tab, did I? My bad, guys.
After that, he lost his position at Morgan Stanley. And then Tether was started by initially a different cast of characters, led by Brock Pierce. Brock Pierce was a famous child actor who starred in films like The Mighty Ducks. He's more known for fleeing to Spain with indicted child sexual predator Mark Collins Rector, where both of them ended up getting arrested in a house full of child pornography.
Sorry, YouTube. I know you don't like certain words, but I mean, these are the facts, man. It's all bad. It's all bad. So this is just the recap. So now I think we're caught up with the recap, right? We're here with the recap. Oh, Steve Bannon. The Steve Bannon connection. Steve Bannon is popping up in these files too. Too many times. All right, but first, let's go through this data set real quick. The data set leak. Where is it at? You know what? It's cool. I can find it like this. Just a moment. Thought I had it ready. Oh, it's on the Voidzilla. All right, you guys gotta check this out.
The FBI just accidentally released 11,000 Jeffrey Epstein files that they hadn't publicly put out yet, but we got access to them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to access them. Here's what that looks like. It's volume 8 of the files, but you can see right now that they've only released 7 data sets. And so myself, the guys at Jmail, and the guys at Dropsite, we've been investigating this. I've partnered with them to kind of look at some of these files. And they got access to volume 8 early. You would just type it in the URL. It wasn't like indexable on search, but you could just type in the specific URL and it would just come up.
Pause. Oh, by the way, I see the chat real quick. What's cracking, peoples? My bad. I wasn't looking at the chat. I was locked into this recap. Welcome to this show, everybody. My bad. I'm late to your comments. Damn, my bad, Camo. Good to see you. I'm like a half hour late. Check out. I see. Hogzilla 40. Check out the Lifeboat Foundation, which was a cohort with Epstein. Charles Hoskinson, and the founder of AGI. The site's probably gone by now. I've been down the rabbit hole for years. Hugh. I made my girl stop wearing Victoria's Secret years ago. She looks better naked. You know, I saw a documentary about the Victoria's Secret guy like years ago. Like while I was cleaning my house, and I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, not that I didn't think anything of it, but I was like, damn, that's fucking foul. Like, dude, this sex trafficking shit is fucking crazy, man. And I'm sure, yeah, dude, dude, I can't remember the name of that doc. I know it was on Netflix because I was watching it on like this very TV, like while I was vacuuming. I remember I was like, damn, this is like dark as fuck. I remember turning it off. Like a lot of those things, like R. Kelly and document, like all that stuff. Like I'll watch like the first 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like horrible shit happened, but I was so engaged with the Victoria's Secret one because I was like, this is what a web. This is intricate. This wasn't. It was like it's such a weird. It like it's so telling because think about it like this, right? I'm not gonna get too esoteric or like conspiratorial, but logically speaking, right? We're talking about like sex trafficking, which we know is a thing. Like we've known there's like I've seen documentaries like over a decade ago about child trafficking, right? I've seen just it exists. It's existed. This didn't just the infrastructure and all this whole way for all this to be possible, it didn't just pop up in the last 20 or 30 years. This has been going on since before like what we know in American history as like slave trade, right? We only know as like we're only taught about like the slave trade, like labor, right? Even though that's like not ethical, we're taught that stuff, right? Like, do you think there wasn't this going on? Like, for come on, man. This has been going on for centuries. Finally, the tech and somebody like finally evil caught up to itself, and now it's just out in the open now. You can't. It's impossible to hide now. It's literally impossible to hide anything. It's this has been going on for eons, dude. Since the beginning of time. I guarantee you, once someone figured out you can profit off, whatever you can profit off of. I don't want to get too dark with the words. It's been going on. It didn't just happen in the last century. This is centuries of infrastructure and secretive fraternal bullshit. It's over. It's over now. Pandora's box has been opened, and it's pretty much prime time. IGS, look up Lifeboat Foundation. That's how I knew Epstein was involved with crypto before coffee. Oh yeah, dude. He funded the Bitcoin Foundation in when the Bitcoin Foundation was in a crisis. Epstein funded them, and guess what? who was a co-founder in I just showed you guys this, but look, chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation, and he was a co-founder. I don't think it says it here, but of the Bitcoin Foundation, dude. This dude who's a CSAM, oh man, it's just so the ties are just too clear now. And the fact that the broader crypto market just there's not one article about this shit. It's just us YouTubers just who can connect the dots, connecting dots. There's not one, like, I mean, there's CNN, there's like I mean, but they're not really gonna cover the crypto aspect of it because the economy relies too much on that shit now. Oh, Hogzilla. I had a crazy conspiracy that Epstein was Satoshi, and I couldn't prove myself wrong. Well, I don't think Epstein isn't Satoshi, but he bankrolled a lot of the operations. Well, not a lot, but he bankrolled. Watch, I want to show you this one thing in a minute, but let me finish this video real quick with Kavizilla. So I have to go on a side note real quick to check up with the comments. Let's get back to the video. Bam.
The FBI just accidentally released 11,000 Jeffrey Epstein files that they hadn't publicly put out yet, but we got access to them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to access them. Here's what that looks like. It's volume 8 of the files, but you can see right now that they've only released 7 data sets. And so myself, the guys at Jmail, and the guys at Dropsite, we've been investigating this. I partnered with them to kind of look at some of these files. And they got access to volume 8 early. You would just type it in the URL. It wasn't like indexable on search, but you could just type in the specific URL and it would just come up. You could download the entire zip file, and that's what we did. We've been looking through it. I want to go over some of it because I believe some of what we've seen directly contradicts the FBI's earlier statement that, oh, there's no evidence, or we did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. That's what they told us. Right? They said, we've already looked through the files. You don't need to see the files back in July. Of course, all the pressure has made them now start releasing some of this stuff. And we believe that this was slated for release. But remember, they weren't going to release all the files yet. They had to hold some back. Well, we believe that these 11,000 files are part of what they held back, because clearly they aren't out, and clearly they were ready, because a lot of these are redacted. I mean, already you can see we found several files that were, once again, over 100 pages.
Dude, I remember seeing seeing those and thinking it was like a meme, like, oh, they came out with the files and they're all like, it's all black, right? I thought it was a meme, but no, there was like, it's for real. What a clown show, dude. I thought the overspending and the budget, like the Doge stuff, I thought all that corruption was bad enough. Like, you always knew there's some underlying corruption on some level, but to this extent, where you're gonna say, I'm gonna redact the Epstein file, I'm gonna release the Epstein files, and you have literally pages that are like Sharpied black. No, I'm obviously not literally Sharpied. I'm just joking. But goddamn.
Of redacted information. So it was all ready to be released. It's unclear why it wasn't. But let me caveat before we get into the material that this is a breaking story. And as such, I'm sure there's going to be some pieces of information that we are interpreting or trying to interpret live. And because of that, I want to warn you to withhold your judgment on some of this stuff until we get more evidence. I'm sure the president's going to be asked about some of this stuff. I'm sure Todd Blanche, Pam Bondi, they're going to get asked about this because it is extremely damning, I think, what we see in some of this. Specifically, I want to draw your attention immediately to the 10 co-conspirators that are mentioned in some of these emails in 2019. Now, this is just alarming stuff because prior to this, remember that all we really had was Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. That's the only people who have ever faced any charges at all. Ghislaine Maxwell, the only one who actually faced consequences, right? But in 2019, apparently there were 10 co-conspirators. Now,
so back in the way back when's, maybe like not even 6 months ago, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, he had the balls to say, Hey, man. You know what? There's no credible evidence of Epstein. Let's just look at him in his own words.
Did Epstein traffic? Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides him?
Hey, by the way, I love this. This John Kennedy. I fuck with this guy. Go look. I don't know if there is a video of it, but I guarantee you, if you look up John Kennedy highlights or quotes, this guy, you'll fall in love with this guy right here, John Kennedy. I love how he gets down. I love how he speaks from his position. That's exactly how you should speak. but that's neither here nor there. That's just my own opinion.
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files.
Oh my God. The legalese is horrible legalese too. If you don't know what legalese is, it's a language that you use under oath to not incriminate yourself, even though you are incriminating yourself. Let me see.
In the case file.
Okay.
Dude. This is why it's so important to have like a sense of discernment, because these people are professional liars. This guy just purged himself. He purged himself. If you're not an American, because I know I have people who are, according to my analytics, people use closed captions and they're not, I have non-English speakers. So if you're not in America, perjury is serious. Let me show you what perjury is. Perjury. The offense of willfully telling an untruth in a court after having taken an oath or affirmation. Kash Patel literally purged himself. He committed perjury. When was this? September 16th? Just look at the conviction in his eyes. Look at how this is how you make it to the director of the FBI. You have to be the fucking slimiest fucking snake on the planet. Look at him. Look at how easily he lies to him. Oh, look at that blink. Look at the blink right before he finished the question. Look at the blink. Bam. The blinking is over 9,000. Look, this Asian guy in the back, he's looking at him like, you fucking kidding me? Now that we know he's a liar, and no, you know what? Actually, keep looking at him. I'm gonna look at these guys. From the information that we have, what you call that statement he just made is what you call plausible deniability. I think. I'm not a lawyer, but from the information that we have, caught him in a mid smirk. Look at that little micro expression. We caught him. Look at this little cheek flexing right here. You're getting real conspiratorial now. Look at this little cheek flex. Why is this? What's this little micro expression right here? In the case file. In the case file. Look at him. Look at him twiddling his pen like a fucking rookie. Be calm. Dude. All right. I don't want to say I'm not a body language expert, but I am. Not by like profession, but just in life, field of research. Dude, anyone calm, cool, and collected, they're not fidgeting with their extremities. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing with his hands, with the paper. It's just a bunch of wasted movement because the truth is inside him, and the truth is ever. The truth does not stop. It's just watch him. I don't want to get too crazy. Just watch this guy. Look how nervous. Look how nervous Kash Patel is. Dude. I've seen so many interrogations that like this guy's giving off guilty vibes. And he's the head of the FBI. Watch him grab his pen. Watch everything. Watch his left hand, watch his and then his shoulders. Watch him. Did you see that deep breath he took with his nose? Oh man, is it just me? One more time. He's so nervous. He's so nervous. I know some of you won't. Some of you will be watching this will be like, he's crazy. But I know there's a few of you who know, who see it. A few of you see it. I know it. I'm gonna rewind it one more time. Just watch how nervous and weird he is. Oh, now look at Mr. Kennedy's body language. Oh, this is such a great. Now you have to focus on. Now let's focus on Kennedy. This is daddy right here. Pause. Right. Watch how he was rubbing his eye. Right, he was rubbing his eye. Right, shakily. Right, because he's an old man. Rubbing his eye while he's talking. What he's letting him know is that I hear you, buddy, but you're not getting one over on me. Let's rewind that. I just picked up on that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe just an old man with the itchy eye. Mm. You know what? One thing I love about Kennedy, man, he's not volatile. He seems like such a reasonable guy. But he's so no nonsense that when something doesn't make sense, he'll make you look real dumb. He doesn't like I don't know, maybe I like that because that's the type of person I am. Like, yeah, yeah, just Kennedy's easy going until like something doesn't smell right. Then he's just like, yo. Which is exactly how you should be. Be easygoing, be discerning, right? But when your discernment comes to fruition, it comes to fruition. You can't help how it manifests. Maybe that's why I like this guy. Mhm. Uh, mhm. Uh, let's rewind that again. All right, watch Kash Patel. Watch just watch him. And we have done. Keep in mind, dude, whenever he does this, Kennedy, he's really locked in. He's like, let me see what this fucking guy's gonna say. Cause this ain't Kennedy's first fucking rodeo, dude. He's seen all the purges, he's seen everybody up there. To be in that chair, you have to have such a discerning eye. To be like, I feel like oh man, call me crazy. I feel like he's one of the only real like discerning guys up on that stage.
And I know it's a little complicated to understand, but what exists in the
Oh, damn, I don't think I was sharing the tab. My bad, guys.
Epstein case files was a direct result of the limited search warrants from 2006 and 7, which hamstrung future investigations because of the non-prosecution agreement. And multiple administrations had the opportunity to look at the entirety of that case file and recommend prosecutions against anyone that was trafficked under Mr. Epstein and anyone that participated.
My bad, guys. I think the last 20 minutes, maybe the last 10 minutes, I wasn't sharing the right tab. My bad, guys. I don't know if I could recover. I don't know if I can recover that, but here's where we're going.
In that trafficking. And the only person to bring charges was the prior administration against Mr. Epstein. Now, I am not saying that others were not trafficked and others were not involved. What I am telling you is that based on the information we have, and we have continuously and publicly asked for the public to come forward with more information. If there is, we'll look at it. But based on credible information, we have released all credible information, and the information that the Department of Justice and the FBI never releases is information on investigations that are not credible. And we don't release the names of victims who weren't credible. But in the same time, we don't release the names of victims who were credible. And so that's by law. And so the information we are releasing now is historic, and it is also to the maximum capacity that the law allows. And I know that's not going to satisfy many.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? What are you talking about?
But in the same time, we don't release the names of victims who were credible. And so that's by law. And so the information we are releasing now is historic, and it is also to the maximum capacity that the law allows. And I know that's not going to satisfy many, many, many people. But if they wanted it done right, then the investigation from its origination should have been done right. And he should not have been given a get out of jail free card to do jail on the weekends for 12 hours a day. And he should have been investigated fully for the entirety of his crime and criminal enterprise, not just from 1997 to 2001.
We thank you for watching, and remember.
Bro. Fucking hell, dude. That was some bullshit. My bad. I think that was my bad. I think the first 3 quarters, I didn't share the tab. Fuck me in the ass. Damn. Anywho. My bad. Oh, dude. Steve Bannon. Y'all remember Steve Bannon? Let's get back to Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon. In 2018, Epstein emailed Bannon asking how crypto taxes worked. He wanted advice on receiving coins, paying with coins, distributing coins, and avoiding campaign finance rules. Avoiding campaign finance rules. Bannon replied, on it. Here's Steve Bannon. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. All right. Keep in mind. Share back. Epstein's Amazon. Dude. In 2018. This was literally 7 years ago. Epstein emailed Bannon talking about how to avoid campaign finances and distributing coins. This YouTube video from CNBC was published 7 years ago. It's 2025 right now, guys. This was 7 years ago. All right.
I think these cryptocurrencies have a
Steve Bannon, of course, he looks how you think he'd look.
huge aspect in the future. Obviously, the day there's problems.
Just a dilapidated, old, gray, fat man with rosy cheeks.
It's about the markets, the problems about what it's used
but
for.
What do you own? We know you like. I mean, you're
I like Bitcoin.
You own it?
I
you got
own
Ethereum?
Bitcoin.
What do you got?
No, I've got that, and I'm working on a number of. I think 90% of the ICOs have been a disaster. We're working on some tokens now, utility tokens potentially for the populist movement on a worldwide basis that we're thinking about. They have to be quality. The problem is there's been too many investors I think have been blown out by things that were not thought through.
But
they're the future.
Just look at this. 7 years ago. Damn, good shit, Bannon. He liked Bitcoin, yet he wants limit free trade. Wow, I actually agree with Bannon. Shocking. Good. Yeah. It's just crazy shit, man. It was plausible deniability before the oopsie leak. Yeah, dude. Oopsie. He lives for the clips, not the results. So yeah, so that's pretty much that's that, man. Trump's name is everywhere. Ooh,
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
This is the new.
Before this, let's check out. Dude, this one is crazy. You guys got to check this one out.
Users on TikTok realizing they can just copy paste the redacted text to read what it says.
This worked, by the way. I'm not sure if it still works with the DOJ ones. They may have taken it down and re-uploaded a new one, but I tried it before and it actually worked. But yeah, check this shit out. Check this shit out.
Oh, look at this pesky redaction. Let's just get rid of that.
No way. Try it. We're going to try it right now. Open in Adobe. All right. Now we're going to copy this. We're going to save it. And this is from the government website right here, justice.gov. One of the moment of truth. We're talking about this is the federal government, and they can't figure out how to put a black bar over some text.
Just for context, this is not all files, but on multiple PDFs, the government, instead of redacting the information using the Adobe function, they highlighted the text with the black marker.
Check page 41. Okay. I'm not suicidal. Defendants also attempted to conceal their criminal sex trafficking and abuse conduct by paying large sums of money to participant witnesses, including by paying for their attorney's fees and their case costs. Epstein also threatened harm to victims and helped release damaging stories about them to damage their credibility when they tried to go public with their stories of being sexually trafficked and abused. Why was that blocked? I don't know. For which signatory authority acting on his behalf. Payments from this account totaling almost $60,000 were transferred by wire to young women. Why would this be censored? The law didn't say you can make an exception for that. It doesn't make any sense. They're redacting any mention of anyone outside the known circle interacting with Epstein. People want to know who these people are. I think that's exactly what's going on. Indike, an attorney who'd represented Epstein for decades, represents Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and previously represented Donald Trump. So let me get this straight. The guy who was found to be wiring money, supposedly hush money, to these young girls, never got indicted. He left his job. He got hired by the group that represents both the current defense secretary and Donald Trump. The files that were released now just came out with his name selectively redacted from them. Somebody got caught with their hand in a cookie jar. The latest Epstein file drops are bombshell. Epstein personally negotiated contracts for Southern Air Transport, the CIA, Iran's Contradon running airline, and relocated its ops from Miami to a Columbus, Ohio military base to service his companies. The link straight... What the fuck? Bro, this guy, how is this guy able...
Nuts. Assuming that's all true. Nuts. 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 Epstein's Amazon logs show he bought books on Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, and negotiation strategy. Yeah, this guy Epstein, he was into a lot of weird fucking shit. There's another thing. Watch, let me show you this part right here. This might be an interesting one to end on. 7/31/2019. So this is just before the COVID epidemic, right before life got weird. Jeffrey E. Epstein. Let me see. My bad. Bam. The wealthy financier who was accused of sex trafficking, had an unusual dream. He hoped to seed the human race with his DNA, impregnating women at his vast New Mexico ranch. Epstein, over the years, confided to scientists and others about his scheme, according to 4 people familiar with his thinking, although there is no evidence that it ever came to fruition. Blah, 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 blah. As young as 14. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. There's one where like it talks about how these scientists said he was like really dumb. Oh, while some of okay, others flew to conferences sponsored by Mr. Epstein in the United States Virgin Islands and were feted on his private island there. Once the scientists, including Mr. Hawking, Stephen Hawking, hello, I'm a scientist with a robot voice, that guy, crowded on board a submarine that Mr. Epstein had chartered. Dude, Epstein was a fucking warlord or some shit, dude. How do you charter a submarine? The Harvard cognitive psychologist Steven Pinker said he was invited by colleagues including Martin Nowak. Oh, no. A Harvard professor of mathematics and biology and a theoretical physicist, Lawrence Krauss, to salons and coffee clutches at which Mr. Epstein would hold court. A delusional child sex trafficker, sex offender holding court. I bet so many legitimate smart minds were invited by him and were like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? And never talked to him again. While others did because they had hedonistic fantasies. All right, while some of Mr. Pinker's peers hailed Mr. Epstein as brilliant, Mr. Pinker described him as an intellectual imposter. Hallelujah. God bless Mr. Pinker. He would abruptly change the subject ADD style, dismiss an observation with an adolescent wisecrack, Mr. Pinker said. God bless Mr. Pinker. Another scientist cultivated by Mr. Epstein, Jaron Lanier, a prolific author who was a founding father of virtual reality, said that Mr. Epstein's ideas did not amount to science and that they did not lend themselves to rigorous proof. Mr. Lanier said Mr. Epstein had once hypothesized atoms behave like investors in the marketplace. So essentially, Epstein invited a bunch of smart people to his creepy event. He tried to take their temperature, and the smart men weren't having it. Maybe the creepy smart men were, but not the real smart men. At one session at Harvard, Mr. Epstein criticized efforts to reduce starvation and provide healthcare to poor because doing so increased the risk of overpopulation. Wow. Mr. Pinker said he had rebutted the argument, citing research showing that high rates of infant mortality simply cause people to have more children. Mr. Epstein seemed annoyed, and a Harvard colleague later told Mr. Pinker that he had been voted off the island and was no longer welcomed at Mr. Epstein's gatherings. So you challenge Mr. Epstein and he votes you off his island. Hallelujah. And then Epstein loved eugenics. All right, this shit gets deep, man. What the fuck? This shit gets deep, cuz. Excuse me. All right, let's. This shit gets too deep. Let's explore X for a little bit before we dip up out of here. See, I thought I'd just touch on that for a little bit. Sorry about earlier. I think when I was talking about what is it? That one fella, I forgot to share the tab. But I hope you guys kept tuning in just to listen. Dude, there's so much to unwind. One, you have to figure out what came out, what's real, because the internet's just, the DOJ's fucked up. You don't know what kind of evidence they're taking in as real evidence. It's just all bad, man. I've seen a lot more that I haven't even touched on that is just way too fucking damning for the world. But I hope you guys are truth seekers. I hope you seek the truth. Don't just Google what you want. Just Google the facts. Google facts. Learn facts. Grok facts. Cross-reference. Triangulate sources. Make sure things are right. Don't rely on me. Don't rely on others. The truth shall set us free. I hope you guys have a good night. I want to end on a good note. I want to end with a good vibe. Let's see. Hold on a second. No. Duh. Dude.
Just the mental pressure of the big guy and sparring the big people is different than the 10-ounce gloves. So I was feeling his power a lot more. But it was a great experience. Like, I learned a lot in there. I won 2 rounds. For sure.
I won 2 rounds. He literally didn't win anything. If you know anything about boxing, Jake Paul didn't win anything. Jake Paul didn't win anything about that fight. Jake Paul, this is not being a hater. He's a winner in life. He's got a lot of money. But the spirit of boxing, nah. You weren't doing good at all. Yeah, you landed a couple of pop shots. But that's boxing. It's like saying, it's like you're in the NBA finals. You lose 97. You lose you lose 56 to 103. And go, yeah, well, I scored 56 points. You're like, dude. That's not how the top contenders compete. There shouldn't be that big of a variance between this, like, boxing is so, when you see the top fighters fight, it should look like a dance. It should look beautiful. This was just an ugly shit show. Ugh. You didn't win the PR. I mean, they're good at spinning this shit. God bless them. But if you have eyes, you can see this is just. No.
And then he won too, and then I got dropped. Yeah, I was doing good. I just think my cardio, just the mental pressure of the big guy and sparring the big.
The mental cardio, the mental and the big guy in the spiritual cardio. You shouldn't even have been in there, dude. She shouldn't. Anyone could have done that. Literally anyone. Anyone could have went in there, run around, grab them, and get their fucking jaw broken. I won because of me. Legendary ones. Oh, dude, this guy never misses. I love this guy's videos.
Racist. Wow, I'm very impressed.
Oh my God, I can't do this again. Wow, I'm so lucky.
A whole goddamn day, now we back at it. I can't take all this madness.
I love you, man. I love you. God, thank you for everything you do in my life. I'm lucky because I don't see nobody in my age, in my generation, doing the same. No, I'm not surprised. I just keep work every day, you know.
Few hours later.
You want to be a fighter, huh? You don't know shit. Who said ah?
Yeah!
I love it. I love that feeling because it's real.
Ferguson's got him!
Tony El Cuckoo Ferguson!
Tony time, bitch!
Dude. This shit is killer.
Jackass.
Let's whistle!
What's going on here?
Paulina.
Oh, you're a wrestler. You're a wrestler. Stay on your feet! Stay on your feet! Yes! That's over. That's over. Yeah! Wow, look at you little freak, little ugly red boiled nosing from across the border.
This man is a glass jaw bum.
And the reality is, Jake lost because of the size difference, not because of the skill difference. AJ was hanging on that neck, pushing him down.
Who the f is that guy?
Yes, man of the year.
Congratulations.
You little clown. Hello, yes! They go low to the body and go high.
Dude, the way the animator puckers AJ's lips is hilarious. It's such a perfect detail.
He does a one bump. Oh, yes. Perfect.
I broke Jake's jaw. His teeth have come out of place.
His jaw was a balloon. His jaw came out of the socket.
It was good, man.
You big bull! You big sausage! You not ready, Dawson?
You big sausage. Look how big Tyson's head is. And his mouth.
Yeah. If I was you, Joshua, I'd avoid me. You bomb. Easy night's work.
Step in the ring with me next if you're a real bad boy. Don't do all that talking, AJ this, AJ that. Let's see you in the ring and talk with your fists.
Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury still has to happen. God bless the great sport of boxing. Heavyweight boxing is awesome, yeah.
Dude, the shorts pull up to the nipples is hilarious. Fury always has his shorts pulled up way too high.
This is good, yeah.
Yeah!
So that's him. All right. On that note, peace out, everybody. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good one. Bye. Boom, boom, boom. Huh. Huh.